Hello, fellow followers. Welcome back to FanZcene. Greg here, and today I have you when streaming makes bootlegs the best option. What do I mean by that? Well, recently here, the Disney Plus has released their new Daredevil Born Again series, which I have not seen. I probably will not see, and I don't plan on seeing it. If I do, it'll be through other means because I do not have Disney Plus. But with the releasing of that, it got me thinking about the original series, which I do own on Blu-ray, officially licensed Blu-rays. I don't know if you can see that, but they are officially licensed. I have season 1 and season 2, but they never released season 3 or the 2 seasons of The Punisher or the Defender series or Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Jessica Jones on Blu-ray. They never released those on Blu-ray. Now Netflix has released some series here and there in the past, not all here in the US at least, on Blu-ray. Just it's been very few and far between. And as we've seen, Mike Flanagan, even though he did apologize, he did say that Netflix is not open to physical media, actually hostile to it. And also, I did just recently see that, I don't know if it's true or not, but I would assume it probably is, that Apple Plus TV, Apple whatever, has said they told studios and boutique labels that they have no plans of making any deals with them to release anything on physical media. So this makes bootleg copies for us physical media lovers a very high viable option and probably the best option at this time. Now, yes, you can say Disney did release some of their shows. Yes, they did. They did release some of their MCU shows on 4K steelbooks and only steelbooks, Blu-ray 4K steelbooks, because I'll be straight honest with you, whether you like them or not, is nobody watched those shows on Disney Plus. They have like some of the lowest ratings outside of the Loki and the Mandalorian series, which were their most watched, but still in the end really wasn't like the best watched. And yeah, there's, from what I understand, like the Loki and the Mandalorian series did sell a little bit, but like I've been to Walmarts and stuff that still carry physical media, and like the WandaVision, the Obi-Wan Kenobi, and some of the other ones, I can't even remember all of the ones they sold. They're like still sitting on the shelf for like $40 a pop. They're still just sitting there, Nobody's buying them. Nobody's buying them. Disney did that for several reasons, because they needed to try to recoup some of the money they spent on these series in Disney Plus, because Disney Plus is, for all intents and purposes, failing until they merged with, until they bundled with Hulu and ESPN and brought along the Hulu and ESPN viewers to inflate Disney Plus's thing. But will they ever release this? Back to why bootlegs are important because of streaming is because, will they ever release the season 3? I would really like to get season 3, and I've been just thinking to myself, because I don't personally buy a lot of bootlegs. I like to buy officially produced Blu-rays and 4Ks, because as a physical media lover and collector who wants it to continue, the best way for it to continue is actually buy the officially licensed physical media, right? But with them removing so much from stores and trying to shut down physical media because these studios and streamers, they want to go back to the old school style of, where they control everything, how you see it, where you see it, what you see, and whatnot, and whether, and with the masses, they've gone digital streaming. I can't, they have. But for someone like me, I've gotten to the point now where, yeah, if I'm going to have to finish out some stuff like this, I'm probably going to have to buy the bootlegs. And the bootlegs, are actually really good. If you hit the right places on the Blu-ray and stuff, they look good. And that's the thing, is like so many people say, well, why do you got a bootleg? Isn't bootleg about gone now? No, it's not. If anything, bootlegs are at an all-time high right now. They're higher than it's ever been in the history of like entertainment, because of streaming and digital, because once that digital file hits a video on demand, VOD, or streaming services, people can go straight to their computers, download that file, and they can make a new Blu-ray or 4K themselves. And in some cases, it'll look just like this. It'll have the slipcover, the Blu-ray case, everything, and it'll be perfect. And they'll even have artwork on the disc. It'll look just like that. Some people get confused, and this is also why piracy and torrents are at all-time high as well too. And yeah, people say, well, if you don't want to stream or everything, you can just torrent by. That's fine. But to me personally, as a collector, I'd much rather have a physical copy of something I want, so that way I can always have it with me and everything. And Blu-rays tend to last for a very, very long times. But and I think that's one of the reasons why Sony closed down the factories that were producing recordable Blu-rays, not Blu-rays, but recordable Blu-rays and stuff. I think that was a way to sort of help combat bootlegging, because it is at an all-time high. But I really enjoyed the series Daredevil, the Netflix series, and this is how I watched it. And I really want to get to complete my collection. And, I would like to get Defenders and the Punisher series as well. So I'm probably going to end up having to bite the bullet on those and get the bootleg copies of them, because at this point in time it's the best option. And it's sad to see, because in with the 100 years of entertainment and the love and care that so many people in the past have put into movies and entertainment and everything, and just to see like the streaming technical companies come in and take over these studios and try to reform them and to make entertainment content. And it's sad to me to see so many people have run so quickly to the internet and just consume through digital means. It's just to me, I can't do that. Call me old school, call me a dinosaur, call me an idiot, call me a nerd, call me stupid, call me whatever you want to call me. But I want physical media. I want physical media. I want a physical copy of things I love. No, I'm not talking about, once again, because I say this all the time, and I'll get comments from certain people who are saying, well, nobody wants to fill up their house with this, or this. I'm not telling you to fill up your house with this, and this. I will buy myself what I like, and if I have 5,000, 6,000 stuff, that's fine by me. I have space. I'll make space. To people out there who want their favorites, who have seen what streaming is doing, and now that's making bootleg such a viable option, is probably the best option, and maybe further as we get into the future, because with the removal of physical media from stores and stuff like that, bootlegging is going to be probably the last vestige for physical media, for some stuff that some older stuff that doesn't have a release, and some newer stuff maybe that you actually do like that's new, because I know we complain a lot about new stuff not being very good and everything. And personally, I would rather give my money to a bootlegger for Disney stuff than Disney, because I don't like Disney. But like other companies, I'd rather give my money to them because I prefer officially released version. Now that's just the way it is. And it saddens me to see that. But when streaming has taken over the way it has, and it's sad. I still think, to me, physical media is the best copy. I mean, there were so many years of like home video releases and stuff that made so much money. And you've heard the Matt Damon clip where he talks about how the studios and stuff have like basically cut up another arm of money from themselves by going into the streaming business, because there's no more that second end money from the DVD sales and everything. And you see how movies are in theaters now, how 1 week, 2 weeks in theaters, and they're immediately taken out, put on video on demand. And guess what? There's a new Blu-ray right out on the market from a bootlegger, because that movie has been taken out of the theaters and put on video on demand. And hey, bingo, bango, bongo, somebody could have a new Blu-ray copy before anybody else. So that's just, it's why bootleg's at an all-time high, and is a very viable, option in some cases. I mean, I didn't care for the movie Barbarian, but there's people still out there who want the movie Barbarian. It's never been released on a physical copy, never Blu-ray, DVD, nothing. But people have Blu-rays and 4K copies of it. Well, I don't know about 4K, but they have Blu-ray copies of it. Why? Because it's been bootlegged, and people have bought it up that way, because streaming and video on demand and the dumb decisions made by these studios of what they've done to theaters and what they've done to entertainment and the way they've treated people and their customers have made bootlegs a viable option, and probably the last best option for anybody who wants a physical media of some newer stuff, or like I said, or older stuff. But let me know what you guys think about this. Have you guys gone bootleg or piracy torrents? Have you been forced to go that way because of all this streaming and everything like that, to find something that you really want to have? Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comment section down below. And if you liked what you saw here, maybe consider hitting that like button or subscribing, hitting that bell for notification. That'd be awesome for you guys' subscriptions, or possibly share the video out for everybody to see, or join and become a channel member, because that would help out my channel immensely. Thank you, and shout out to all my channel members. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys for being channel members here and for all of your support. And to everybody watching, whether you like me, hated me, or like this video, or hated this video, I thank you for sticking this long wherever you all are. Please have a great, safe, happy, healthy day, morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Always support physical media, because it really truly is the superior format now more than ever, and nobody will ever change my mind. Godspeed.